We know the next Sonic movie will feature Amy Rose as one of the main characters, alongside the fastest hedgehog in the universe, and the villain, Metal Overlord. But with the recent fan theories taking over the internet, will this new production have a happy ending for the characters?
That's simply not possible.
Let's address the pink elephant in the room right away. You've probably heard the buzz that Amy Rose's fate in this movie might be tragic. The theory suggests that our heroine might sacrifice herself to protect the hedgehog, the love of her life. And why would Amy do this? Because she knows exactly what's at stake: Sonic's fate and the world's fate. Without him, everything would spiral into chaos. At the end of Sonic 3, we saw an army of Metal Sonics attacking the hero, only for Amy Rose to save him. This raises two very important questions. Where did Metal Sonic come from, and how did Amy know that attack would happen? The answer is simple. The Robotnik Empire, led by Metal Overlord, had taken over the world after Sonic lost his life in the past. As the leader of the Resistance, Amy knows exactly what will happen if Sonic is gone for good. But since changing the past could have devastating consequences, Amy herself might be the one to make the ultimate sacrifice to save the world. You might think we're overreacting here, but remember in Sonic 2006, the hero actually lost his life because of a villain. So it's not far-fetched to say Sonic's life is in serious danger in this movie. It's clear that today's video is packed with heavy insights into Sonic's cinematic future, so grab your popcorn and get ready for another episode of Cinewave. The introduction of Amy Rose and Metal Sonic into Sonic's cinematic universe is more than just a clue. It's a sign that major new elements will be introduced. We're talking about the Time Stones from Little Planet. This place is a world where the past, present, and future collide, and this story ties directly to the 1993 game Sonic CD, which will inspire the fourth movie. In the game, Metal Sonic kidnaps Amy under orders from Dr. Eggman. Now, while it's unclear if Dr. Robotnik, Evo, will appear in this movie, since Jim Carrey has officially retired, the story could easily work with Metal Sonic acting independently. Time travel plays a big role in the rise of the Robotnik Empire, where robots oppress the entire world. This leads to a resistance movement led by Amy Rose, who travels back in time to save Sonic, the great hero. Anyone who's ever watched a time travel movie knows how messy things can get. The film's ending will likely bring a major consequence for humanity. Digital characters like Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails may be the only ones left on screen moving forward. Why? Fans of the series have been saying since the first movie that they don't want too much screen time for the human characters like Tom and Maddie. Could the disappearance of humans be the outcome of the next movie? We'll find out in 2027 when this adventure hits theaters. As we mentioned, Jim Carrey, who plays Dr. Robotnik, probably won't return in the next movie due to his retirement. Of course, we hope we're wrong because Eggman is one of the best parts of the series. However, it's almost certain that a new villain will take center stage. It doesn't seem like anyone is directly controlling Metal Sonic in this installment. Instead, the robotic antagonist may be acting alone after being created by Robotnik and gaining independence following his creator's death. Metal Sonic's interest in the Time Stones could also be tied to a plan to resurrect his former master. But Metal Overlord, Metal Sonic's ultimate form, isn't the only potential threat. There are plenty of other villains in the Sonic franchise who could show up in the future, such as Mephiles, Black Doom, BioLizard, and even Chaos. For Sonic 4, it's almost certain the villain will be Metal Overlord and the rise of the Robotnik Empire. But for Sonic 5, we could see Mephiles take center stage, with the next movie potentially ending with his release. Shadow was the one who originally sealed Mephiles away before Gunn imprisoned Shadow himself years later. Imagine this: Metal Overlord is defeated, but everything goes wrong when Mephiles is accidentally freed. And just like in Sonic 2006, he kills Sonic, setting the stage for the fifth movie. The MCU better watch out because this universe is shaping up to take its place. Do you prefer superheroes or super fast hedgehogs? Comment with #Sonic so we can get to know you better. What if Sonic isn't who he seems to be? There's a long-standing theory in this universe tied to one of the games that will inspire the upcoming movie. We're talking about Sonic Heroes, where the villain is Metal Overlord. To defeat him, multiple teams of characters unite, fighting across various stages and traps. At the end of the game, Team Sonic, consisting of Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles, defeats the final boss. So far, so normal, right? But before losing his powers, Metal Overlord says something that raises a lot of questions. I am the real Sonic. This could actually make sense. What if Metal Sonic is a cyborg containing Sonic's consciousness, captured by Dr. Robotnik and repurposed as his ultimate weapon? How could there be two Sonics? Easy. The Time Stones allow travel through time and space, and as we've already discussed, time travel causes plenty of problems. It's possible that a Sonic from another timeline, likely the one defeated by Mephiles, survived, but his body was lost. Dr. Robotnik could have captured the original Sonic's body and transferred his mind into a robot to create the ultimate slave and weapon. Time travel could also explain a question from the movies. How did Eggman survive his fall in Sonic 2? That fall should have killed him, but someone saved Robotnik. That someone could have been Metal Sonic, who sped in and rescued him. Or perhaps Robotnik already possessed the Time Stones, and his loyal agent, Stone, used them to go back and save him. The official explanation is that Metal Sonic believes he is the real Sonic because that's how his creator programmed him. But wouldn't it be fascinating to discover the hero has another version of himself from a different timeline? One of the games that must be adapted in this new movie is Sonic CD with Little Planet Scenario in the story. That is a celestial body that appears near Earth once a year. As we've mentioned, Paramount, the studio behind these films, plans to phase out human characters from future Sonic adventures. The reasons are plenty, but the main one is that Sonic's universe is rich with different worlds waiting to be explored beyond just Earth. It's almost certain that the ending of the fourth movie will show our heroes embarking on a spacefaring adventure, possibly to face a threat from beyond the stars, like Black Doom and his army. Black Doom could serve as this universe's version of Thanos from Marvel, a cosmic villain who sends various antagonists to challenge the heroes, culminating in a final showdown where he acts as the ultimate boss. Let's not forget that these are video game adaptations, so having levels and a final boss would fit perfectly with a Sonic storyline. What do you think about that? Sonic is undeniably the fastest being alive, whether hedgehog or otherwise, but we all know that with the Chaos Emerald, he gains new powers like super strength and even the ability to fly. However, as the franchise evolves, it's time to introduce even more powers for our favorite speedster. One of the abilities fans are eager to see is Sonic using his speed to travel through time, similar to what DC Comics' Flash does. But that's not all. Fans have also been clamoring for Sonic to make use of his quills. Sonic is a hedgehog after all, and in the films, we've seen Eggman collecting his quills for their energy. In the next adaptation, we might see Sonic training with Gun and learning how to weaponize his quills to defeat enemies. By the end of the movie, Sonic could become even more powerful, which, let's be honest, he'll need to be. If Mephiles is the villain of Sonic 5, the heroes are in for a world of trouble. You know who else will have trouble? You, if you don't subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. So, you better take care of that right now. What if the villain in Sonic 5 turns out to be Sonic himself? Wait, what? Shocked? Let us explain how this could happen. One of the most iconic shows in the Sonic universe is Sonic X, released in 2003. This series introduced several new concepts to the franchise, including the fake Chaos Emeralds, which were laboratory creations by Tails. These fake gems have the power to sabotage machines that rely on the real Chaos Emeralds to function and can also generate chaos energy. Of course, these fake emeralds come with drawbacks, one of which is creating dark versions of anyone who uses their power, something Tails never intended. In Sonic X, Sonic had to use this power, but the result was the creation of Dark Sonic, a version of himself whose mind was completely corrupted, a being with no self-control and no care about harming others. Dark Sonic is a hedgehog with dark blue fur, filled with an intense and violent energy. He's arguably even darker and more menacing than Shadow. What makes him truly dangerous is that while using the power of the fake Chaos Emerald, Dark Sonic is just as powerful as Super Sonic, but fueled by negative energy and overwhelming rage. The next movie could end with Sonic using this power to defeat Metal Overlord, only to remain in his dark form and become the villain of Sonic 5. What do you think about Dark Sonic's potential return? Let us know! There's also a strong possibility that Sonic 4 will center around an alien invasion led by Black Doom and his army, the Black Arms. As everyone knows, Shadow survived the last movie, and this could set up a storyline where he wants to uncover more about his origins. In the game Shadow the Hedgehog, the Black Hedgehog was created by Gerald Robotnik with the help of the alien Black Doom to engineer the ultimate life form. In this context, it's entirely possible that the villain of Sonic 4 or even Sonic 5 could be the fearsome and powerful Black Doom, arriving on Earth to capture Shadow. Regardless of how the next movie unfolds, we already know that Amy Rose, Metal Sonic, and all the heroes we love from the franchise are confirmed for March 2027. That's still a long way to go until then, but while we wait, you can hang out with us right here. We've got 2 more super fun videos lined up for you. See you in the next one. Bye!